HMS Ajax was an Ajax-class 74-gun third-rate ship of the line of the Royal Navy. She was built by John Randall and Ampco of Rotherhithe and launched on the Thames on 3 March 1798. Ajax participated in the Egyptian Operation of 1801, the Battle of Cape Finisterre in 1805, and the Battle of Trafalgar, before she was lost to a disastrous fire in 1807 during the Dardanelles Operation. Egypt. Captain James Whitshed had been in charge of the vessel during her later construction stages from January 1798, but she was eventually commissioned in June 1798 under Captain John Holloway, and a month later command passed to Captain John Pakenham for Channel service. After a brief spell under Captain John Osborne in April 1799, the Ajax was placed in May 1799 under the command of Captain Alexander Cochrane, who was to command her for 2 years. On 9 January 1800 she captured the French privateer Aventadeu in the Channel. In 1801, Cochrane and Ajax participated in the Egyptian operations. On 31 January Ajax anchored at Marmaris on the coast of Caramania. On 1 March, some 70 warships, together with transports carrying 16,000 troops, anchored in Abu Qir Bay near Alexandria. Bad weather delayed disembarkation by a week, but on the 8th, Cochrane directed a landing by 320 boats in double line abreast, which brought the troops ashore. French shore batteries opposed the landing, but the British were able to drive them back, and by the next day Sir Ralph Abercrombie's whole force was ashore. Ajax had 2 of her seamen killed in the landings. The naval vessels provided a force of 1,000 seamen to fight alongside the army, with Sir Sidney Smith of the 74-gun HMS Ajax in command. On 13 March, Ajax lost 1 man killed and 2 wounded in an action on shore. On 21 March she lost 2 killed and 2 wounded. After the Battle of Alexandria and the subsequent siege, Cochrane in Ajax, with the 6th-rate HMS Bonsighter sloop HMS Cynthia, the brig sloops HMS Bortman and HMS Victorias, and 3 Turkish corvettes were the first vessels to enter the harbour. Because Ajax had served in the Egyptian campaign between 8 March 1801 and 2 September, her officers and crew qualified for the Class Egypt to the Naval General Service Medal that the Admiralty authorized in 1850 to all surviving claimants. Ajax returned to Plymouth from Egypt on 8 June 1802 after the signing of the Treaty of Amiens, 1805. In April, Admiral Lord Gardner sent Ajax, together with HMS Malta and HMS Terrible, to reinforce Vice Admiral Sir Robert Calder's squadron off Ferrol after a storm had reduced the squadron to only 5 ships of the line. On 31 May 1805, Captain William Brown took command of Ajax. On the 22nd of July, Calder's fleet of 15 sail of the line, 2 frigates, a cutter and a lugger, was off Cape Finisterre when it encountered Admiral Pierre-Charles Villeneuve's combined Spanish-French fleet of 20 ships of the line, 3 large ships armed en flute, 5 frigates and 2 brigs. Calder sailed towards the French with his force. The battle lasted for more than 4 hours as the fleets became confused in the failing light and thick patchy fog, which prevented either side from gaining a decisive victory. Still, the British were able to capture 2 Spanish ships, the 80-gun San Rafael and the 74-gun Firma. The action cost Ajax 2 men killed and 16 wounded. After undergoing repairs in Plymouth on the 18th of September, Ajax and Thunderer, the latter under Captain William Legmere, joined with Vice Admiral Horatio Nelson in HMS Victory and sailed from Plymouth for Cadiz on the 18th of September. Captains Brown and Legmere were later called as witnesses at the court-martial of Sir Robert Calder for his failure to resume the battle the next day in the action in July. As a result, First Lieutenant John Pilfold commanded Ajax at the Battle of Trafalgar. Ajax was 7th in line in Nelson's column, and she fired on both the French 74-gun Bucentaure and the Spanish 136-gun Santissima Trinidad. During the battle, Ajax assisted HMS Orion in forcing the surrender of the French 74-gun Intrépide. Ajax lost 2 men killed and 9 wounded during the battle. A storm followed the battle, and Ajax rescued seamen from ships in danger of sinking. Lieutenant Pilfold received the Trafalgar Medal and a direct promotion to post captain in December. Although he missed the battle, Brown was still the official captain, and so too received the Trafalgar Medal. In 1847, the Admiralty awarded the Naval General Service Medal with clasp Trafalgar to all surviving claimants from the battle. After Trafalgar, Ajax was at the blockade of Cadiz. On the 25th of November, Thunderer detained the Ragusan ship Nemesis, which was sailing from Isle de France to Leghorn, Italy, with a cargo of spice, indigo dye, and other goods. Ajax shared the prize money with 10 other British warships. Loss of Ajax. On the 1st of February 1807, Ajax, under the command of Captain Henry Blackwood, joined Admiral Sir John Duckworth's squadron at Malta to participate in the Dardanelles Operation. During the operation, an accidental fire destroyed Ajax. The fire began on the evening of the 14th of February while Ajax was anchored off Tenedos. The fire began in the bread room where the purser and his assistant had negligently left a light burning. As the fire burned out of control, the officers and crew were forced to take to the water. Although 380 people were rescued, 250 lost their lives that night, including many of the crewmen who had been at Trafalgar. Ajax burned through the night and then drifted onto the island of Tenedos, where she blew up the following morning. A court-martial cleared Captain Blackwood. Horsham Museum. The Shelley Gallery at Horsham Museum, Horsham, United Kingdom, displays a model of Ajax.